With the Mayor of Calgary these days, you two have been having quite an interesting discussion about this topic on Twitter. He said this morning he was quoted this morning in the National Post saying this whole debate is disgusting. What do you say back to him? What do you like? How do we put this to bed?
Well, I think first of all, I think it's entirely reasonable for an open society such as ours to ask that people taking an oath of loyalty to the country publicly in a court before a judge and their fellow citizens should do so publicly. I think it's a question of common courtesy. I think it's a question of common courtesy, and I think the vast majority of Canadians agree. I quite frankly can't imagine why this is a point of great contention. The vast majority of Canadian Muslims, for example, do not regard the niqab as anything like a religious obligation. I think it's unhelpful for some people to suggest that it is. Let's be clear, this practice of face covering reflects a misogynistic view of women, which is grounded in a medieval tribal culture. And while the government has no interest in regulating what people choose to wear in their private lives, when you come and swear a public oath in a court in front of a judge and your fellow citizens, we think it's eminently reasonable to ask that for those 30 seconds, you do so openly, publicly, and transparently as a proud new Canadian. Well, I think that it's completely wrong-headed to associate the niqab with Islam. The niqab represents a medieval tribal custom that reflects a misogynistic view of women. It is not a religious obligation in Islam. And to suggest otherwise, I think, is very problematic. I think we need to stop this association of this medieval tribal custom with a faith when the vast majority of Canadian Muslims do not embrace, in fact, they reject the misogyny that is implicit in the practice of the niqab.